Hey guys, I just had to restart that because I wasn't sure if I was in the right group or not. And I didn't want to go talking to be in the wrong place. So I just wanted to share some things with you guys that have been on my heart. Um, just some things that I've been thinking about, and was it worth it? Now that I am Diamond Gold, was all the work and all of the things that I put into this business actually worth it, especially since I struggled at the beginning. And I'm definitely, of course, going to tell you, yes, it was worth it, but it's come to my attention that people are quitting way too easily, the products or the business. But today I'm just going to talk to you, unless I get sidetracked, just about the business. And I can never understand why anybody would quit, because it doesn't matter the pace that people are going, your sidelines. It doesn't matter how fast they're going. It doesn't matter how slow you're going. Hey, Courtney. It doesn't matter, because I struggled in this business. Back when I joined 4 years ago, pretty much everybody was ranking up really, really fast. And it was even more so than now, because there were just so many people, hey Sabrina, ranking up at the same time. So they had huge momentum. So when I was ranking up, we had the same thing going on. But when I had first joined, I wasn't in that group of people ranking up fast. I wasn't. I was kind of stuck in my business. I was working. I felt like I was working hard, but I was stuck. And it was never an option to me to quit. I never even considered quitting for a second. And that's because my belief was so strong. I knew that I would be a diamond someday. And even though I didn't have any idea how I was going to get there, when you see people hitting diamond in 9 months and 10 months, and you can't even hit gold in 9 months, it's frustrating. And you can blame the back office, you can blame your customers, you can blame your team, you can blame your upline, but when it comes down to it, you need to look at yourself, and you are the only one that can be responsible for your growth or lack thereof. So people have an option to quit when the going gets tough and they feel like they didn't hit their goals as fast as they wanted. Or they can learn to develop themselves and grow into the person that their team needs, that their friends need. Sometimes you have to choose to grow yourself, and it took me a while. Lori Welch, she's my sponsor, and she gave me so many books to read, and I did not read them. I thought, surely this is not the problem. It's not me. I am not the problem here. I am doing the work, is what I thought. I am doing the work. And if you just do the work, the results are going to come, right? Well, sometimes that's not always the answer. And sometimes you have to grow yourself. You have to put work into developing yourself. And that's what I did. I read so many books, and as I was reading the books, I was still stuck. I didn't come unstuck. Hey, Stephanie, Christine. I didn't get unstuck right away. It took a while, you guys. It wasn't like magic, but what was happening was I was growing as a person, and I didn't realize it. But my friends who had joined my team, they noticed a difference. They saw a difference in me. And soon enough, my team saw my team saw growth in me. It could have happened sooner, yes, but it happened when God was ready for it to happen. But I was working hard on myself. I didn't just throw in the towel and say, nobody wants these products. Hey, Anya, nobody wants this business. Nobody's joining me. Everyone's quitting. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't say those things. I said those things at the beginning, back when I wasn't being successful. I was telling myself those things, that nobody was interested in what I had, and nobody wanted to do the business, and that nobody wanted the products. But I had to learn that it wasn't that nobody wanted it. It was that I needed to build my influence. I needed to make some new friends. it wasn't the products that were the problem. They were changing lives. It wasn't the business model that was the problem. There were people making diamonds in 10 months. I wasn't one of them, but I needed to grow and I needed to work on me. And I would have got discouraged had I not been connected. Sonia Dudley did a weekly call back then. I don't know if she still does, but I was on every single call. I was listening to Sonia Dudley. I was listening to the testimonies. And if for a week or two or a month or so I strayed away from that, I'd feel myself getting discouraged. So I'd have to plug back in and stay connected. And that's why we tell you guys, your teams need to be connected. They need to be plugged in, and they need to be hearing the calls. They need to be reading the books. I love Sonia. She was the one doing all the videos and the training back then. There just wasn't the resources that you guys have now. There were a few people that we could follow. You guys have so many tools and opportunities available to you. You just have no idea what it was like back then. For goodness sake, the old catalog and all the marketing material we have. No, we didn't have Zoom. Sounds like we're really aging ourselves here, but that was only 4 years ago. The catalogs were awful. We dialed in and we listened, but the tools you guys have now are crazy good. So plug in, get your team connected. If as a diamond, I need to be connected and be listening to the Monday night calls, if I can hear a senior gold in my downline and get motivated and excited and, push out 20 more messages that night, that's something that your team needs, that you need as a silver or as a gold or someone who's stuck or not stuck in their business. Everyone needs to be connected and watching trainings. And when I would feel discouraged in my business, that's what I would do. I would go watch Brenda Martin or Kristen Abar. I would watch any videos from successful people who are on the leaders board, and I was like, that's what I'm going to do. Whatever they're doing, I'm going to do. So you guys, it's so worth it to keep your team engaged, to keep them remembering their why, and to not let them quit. People are quitting too easily, and it's because they don't have a strong enough why, or they just give up because they're not connected, they're not plugged in, they don't believe that they can do this. So one aspect of belief is your affirmations. You need to be telling yourself positive things. A really good book is Switch on Your Brain. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. That's another really good book that we all went through. And you guys have to be telling yourself things like, I can do this. I will be a diamond someday. Or telling yourself things like, I have the fastest growing team in Plexus. That's one of my affirmations that I have. Telling yourself that you have time to work your Plexus business. Telling yourself that everyone loves the products, that everyone's joining your team. These are important things to say to yourself. Before you get out of bed in the morning, tell yourself these positive things. As you're falling asleep at night, you should be going to sleep with great ideas, being excited, for the day to come, to wake up the next morning and attack your to-do list, being excited about your business. And something else that is important is drawing your line in the sand. And you guys have to be all in. You can be half in and just kind of crawl and say you're posting on Facebook and say you're contacting people, but if you are not all in, your prospects know the difference. Your team knows the difference. They can sense from your heart that you're holding back, that you're not eating, sleeping, breathing Plexus. That's what a lot of me and my jewels have said, at the beginning and even now, we just thought about Plexus so much because we were so hungry for this to get accomplished, to become jewels, to help our families, to reach our goals, to help people get healthy, to see our teams reach their goals. So it's really important that, you are all in. You're on the team calls, and let the pink consume you, Court says. It's so important. It really is. It's a mindset, and people know when you're all in and when you're not. So it's definitely important to do that. And a little bit about my story is that I was stuck for 18 months, actually longer than that, but about 18 months where I was still posting on Facebook, still contacting people, still having people join my team, but my business wasn't growing. I was losing people as fast as I got them. But I was doing the personal growth, and I struggled for 18 months, okay? 18 months. That's a long time to be working over 4 hours a day. I was working over 4 hours a day for 18 months and really going nowhere. But I knew that once I figured everything out that my business would take off. So I just kept at it. And all the light bulbs just kind of went on all at once. And it was January, 14 months before I hit diamond. That's all I know. I don't even know what January of what year. I've been diamond for 2 years, so you do the math. Like maybe January of 2015. So 2 years after I'd been working the business, 2 years after I joined, January 2015, all the light bulbs went off. I drew my line in the sand, and I had a lot of haters that were making some bold statements that I was dreaming too big, that this would never happen. Why would I think I would be making $30,000 a month and driving a Lexus, a little stay-at-home, homeschooling mom? What made me think I could do that? So I'll let those haters fuel me, and I drew my line in the sand and said, I'm not quitting until I achieve my goal, until I give my family freedom, and until I bring all of my team with me. And I reached that goal. 14 months later, I hit diamond as the first diamond in Georgia, and it's because I didn't give up. So struggling for 2 years, basically going nowhere in my business, and then after so much personal growth and learning from what I was saying to people, doing my IPA, just looking at what worked, what didn't work, after that, I hit diamond in 14 months. You guys, personal growth is really important. What you say when you talk to yourself is really important. Learning to be a leader and creating runners and not giving up, it's so important, because that's a night and day difference between going nowhere and then hitting diamond in 14 months. And not everybody's going to hit diamond in 14 months, but that's my story. The other thing, so while I was sitting there stuck at gold for 18 months, I was stuck. And people were ranking up. They were senior gold, they were ruby, they were emerald, they were in Hawaii without me, okay? So there I am, stuck at gold. They're in Hawaii without me. 2 years in a row in Hawaii without me. And something happened. I hit ruby while they were in Hawaii 2 years ago. My friends were emeralds. They were there. Some of them were diamond, and I was gold or ruby the next year. And then the next year, after I was ruby while they were in Hawaii, I came back with 4 of my team members as jewels. They were emerald, and I was diamond. So I went to Hawaii the first time on the diamond trip and the emerald trip. So I was diamond, and there were people who were still emerald. Okay? I just want you guys to understand this here. It does not matter how fast or how slow you are growing right now. There were people who hit fast start gold while I was just stuck there. They hit, some people double promoted ruby to senior ruby, but I still hit diamond before any of them, okay? So it doesn't matter. And even if I didn't hit diamond before any of them, it doesn't matter about that either, because I hit diamond eventually. 4 years after working my business, I was diamond. I am making over $30,000 a month, and I would show any one of you my back office to prove it, because I am making that amount of money every month. That's what I used to make every year. Okay, that's what my husband made in the Army every year. So I just want you guys to know that your goals can happen. It is worth it. With no degree, no experience in this, there's no other place that you can make that kind of money. And it's not all about the dollar amount of the money. It's about the freedom. For me, it's about being able to move up to North Carolina, be closer to family, and make more money than a doctor or a lawyer, for real, with no debt from building this business. It's $34 a year. There's no debt. I'm home with my kids. If my kids are sick, I can take the day and sit with them on the couch. I don't have to put them in daycare and go to school and try to find all these ways to work around to be able to bring in some extra income. I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. And the best part, I can help other moms on my team and dads, whoever it is, grandparents. I can help them achieve the same thing just by coaching them and being encouraging. So it's not all about the dollar amount, about the money, but I'm just saying, where else can you find that? More people go to bed worried about their finances than they do anything else. So it really is a big deal to be able to say you make that kind of money, and it's worth it. Even if it takes you 4 years or 6 years or whatever the amount of time it takes, every single person will make it to diamond if they don't give up. And I always add this and, if they are doing the personal growth and working their business. Whatever pace you're at, I encourage everybody to take, the opportunity to make the most of this opportunity and work as hard and as fast as you can now, because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Your team is going to follow you, and it's about creating momentum. At the beginning, you are rolling that snowball up the hill, and it feels like it's difficult. It feels hard, and you feel like you're never going to make it there. But I remember Lori Welch telling me that. I remember reading it in John Maxwell's books, and I remember thinking, okay, one of these days this snowball is going to take off. It's going to start rolling down the hill and collecting snow and building this momentum. And it did. It did, and it will for every single one of you if you let it. So I just wanted to encourage you guys with that. And yes, Rochelle didn't give up. She saw people ranking up faster than her, but she didn't give up. She loves Plexus too much to give up. She loves helping people so much, and she just hit Emerald. She's going to be in Hawaii this year. I have 3 new people going to Hawaii with me this year. And just don't look at other people's pace and get discouraged. Don't say, you want to quit just because there's other people going faster than you. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how fast they're going at all. It just doesn't. And my story is just one that proves it. So I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.